Hey y'all, Edward the Brick Building Texan here with another speed build for you. And today we're building a MOC. MOC number 135784. And this is a Rebrickable model of the Office set. So I'm actually going to be disassembling my copy of the Office right here to make a MOC that fits inside this. A Sannahed picture frame from IKEA. This is the 25 by 25 centimeter version, which translates to 9 3/4 inches by 9 3/4 inches. So this size of picture frame from IKEA, and the MOC that this will turn into still will remain in the office. It's just going to be able to be stacked up inside this picture frame 3 levels. Uses 608 pieces out of the original 1164, so a little bit more than half the pieces are used. So they're gonna condense this and make it a little smaller and stackable to put inside that picture frame. And it, like I said, distills elements from this original set, and it's gonna make 3 levels. And those 3 levels contain different little elements from the Office set: the reception area, Michael's office, the conference room, and the office workspace, which includes Dwight and Jim's and Phyllis's like little their desks, and then stacks them into 3 levels into this picture frame. I didn't design this set. This was designed by Rebrickable.com user marderbrick, and the plans are available for purchase on Rebrickable.com. Although I didn't write down in my notes how much they are, I'll probably put it right here. I'm looking forward to this because personally, I felt while I loved the Office set as a fan of the show, I felt this was a really, really cool idea set. However, it doesn't display too well. It takes up a lot of space. You can see right here, all that plate work on the bottom takes up a ton of space on a bookshelf. It doesn't really display too super well. You have to peer into different areas to see what's going on, especially like Michael's office. There's a lot of details inside that you have to look down into to see. And so I was looking through the Rebrickable.com MOC list. I found this and it's like, wow, this is fantastic. And I believe Marderbrick or some other similar designers have other MOCs that will stack into a picture frame other than the Office. I think maybe from the Friends set, the Big Bang Theory set. I'm not too sure, but this is the one that I want to tackle first before I even try to think about anything else. So I'm looking forward to seeing this all complete, working from digital instructions, and it's gonna be interesting to see what this all turns into and what's left over. And we'll talk about all that in the review part of this video. So let's get to it. Hey y'all, welcome back to my review of the Office for IKEA picture frame MOC from Rebrickable.com user marderbrick. I got it complete and ready to show off. Here it is, completely built and placed in the frame. first of all, let's talk about the cost. The plans for this set were about $2 on rebrickable.com. I believe Marderbrick is international, so if you live outside the U.S., I believe there is a little extra international fee for purchasing the plans, but it's not by much. I might be mistaken on that. You might go check out their website to look at it on Rebrickable. And the frame itself is like $15 from IKEA. So this is actually one of their smaller frames. It's 25 centimeters by 25 centimeters, or 9 3/4 by 9 3/4 inches for those who measure in inches. So it's not a large picture frame, but it's enough and holds this pretty well. It takes 608 pieces out of 1,164, so a little bit more than half the parts are used in this. And I got a whole box full of spares, and there's good parts in there. Lots of plate, lots of brick, a lot of the sticker pieces, several of the printed pieces, including that really cool Jello mold that Dwight has with the stapler in it. That printed piece did not make it into the set. I probably could have made room for it on the desk, but I stuck with the directions because that's how it fits in here. It is divided into 3 layers or 3 levels. So the bottom layer is like the office area where the desks are. So right now we have Dwight's desk here, Angela's standing next to him. Here in the center, Phyllis's desk here. And then Oscar is standing next to the copier, and Kevin's over there in the corner. And of course, we have the doors to the conference room and Michael's office right there with those sticker window pieces that were in the original set. Those carried over, of course. On the middle layer right here, this side, we have Michael's office in that sand green color. The whole thing is only 6 studs wide, so they had to make some cuts in this to make it, fit inside this box. Michael's desk with his Dundie on it, his cabinet over there. There was a printed globe in the original set that was not on top of the cabinet. I decided to move it on top of the cabinet because it looked cool. I wanted to include it. On the other side here is the conference room with that TV VCR combo. Several of the mini builds survived the build. That TV VCR combo, the copier at the bottom, that was the original mini build. So several of them did survive the move over to this. Couple of chairs, several of the sticker elements are all over this set. Up at the top, we have the reception area, Pam at her desk right there, Jim next to that teapot, Toby on the couch with the camera next to the handbag that was in the original set too, brick-built coat rack, and the fire extinguisher next to the door. And on this side, we have Daryl and Creed. In the corner behind Daryl is the flaming trash can from that famous cold open of The Office where Dwight sets fire for a fire drill. And that Dunder Mifflin sticker piece is right there behind Creed. It does fit into this. It's pretty narrow set or a picture frame. Took a little bit of maneuvering to get it in there, and I actually had to slip a piece of blank paper into the center because the inside of the back, right here it's black, but on the other side it's brown. And with these window elements, the brown stuck out. So I did stick the cardboard insert that came with the frame back in here. That covered up the windows in the bottom level, but the one here in the conference room, you can still see brown behind it. So I just took a sheet of regular blank paper, folded it a little bit so it would fit inside, and just tucked it inside and locked it all in place. And you can't tell it's there. If you are looking for a way to display your office set, because it's not the most display friendly set, it's rather large. And it doesn't look too super good from looking from like on a shelf. You have to look down into it to see inside of it. This takes that away. You can see a lot of detail just from looking through the picture frame right here. And I'm so glad I did this. This was an interesting MOC. Never had to use an IKEA product in a MOC. Of course, I use IKEA products to display my my work, but never have I had to use one as part of a build. So that was a first for me. And it's not very expensive. Like I said, about $15 to the picture frame, $2 to the parts. And if you already own the office set, it's an easy rebuild. Highly recommend. It'll still sit on a billy shelf very nicely. We're actually going to hang ours up. This one, the picture frame does come with a hanging option right here, and we happen to have a nail in our living room that we use for holiday wreaths and everything like that. And at the time of filming this, I don't have a holiday wreath to display. So we're going to hang this up until the holidays come around again. And it's pretty sturdy. I mean, yes, this thing does weigh a little bit, but as long as you have a sturdy nail or screw in your wall, it should hold just fine. But of course, that's up to your own discretion. If you trust your nails and your walls to hold a 600-piece Lego set or Lego MOC, of course, that's up to you. But yeah, that wraps up this review. I cannot say enough about this set. I enjoyed it, and it was a lot of fun to build. So if you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe for more content. And as always, all my socials are linked in the description of the video and in my bio. So please go check them out there. And that'll do it for today, guys. Keep on building. Bye.